For the 2024 model year, Jeep Wrangler has received a massive upgrade and is better than ever before. But despite this, the rivalry in the off-road segment will be brutal. The main rival to throw down the gauntlet to the refreshed Wrangler will be the Ford Bronco. In this video, we'll give you all the latest info on the Wrangler and its biggest rival, and list 7 factors that might sway you. Number 7. Battle of the Off-Road Giants. There are many examples in the world where a certain brand becomes synonymous with a certain segment. Jeep, and especially the Wrangler, is a perfect case in point, having become a synonym for 4x4s all over the world. Throughout the decades, Jeep has cemented its reputation as the manufacturer of one of the most capable off-road vehicles, largely due to the legacy of the legendary 1941 Willys Jeep, a forefather of Wrangler, and Jeep as a manufacturer in general. You would struggle to find a person in the entire world who doesn't know what a Jeep is. So if you purchase a 2024 Jeep Wrangler, you aren't just purchasing an insanely capable off-road SUV, you are buying a global automotive legend. Making life difficult for the Wrangler in 2024, we have a very strong contender. Although coming nowhere near the legendary status of its opponent, the Bronco is a well-known and loved vehicle in the off-road community. Praised for its sturdy construction and solid drivetrain components, the past generation Broncos were regarded as one of the most reliable and capable 4x4s on the market. However, there is a dark stain in this SUV's history, albeit without the fault of the Bronco itself. A massive amount of press attention was generated during a world-famous news broadcast, where a white Bronco was taking part in a police chase, while carrying O.J. Simpson on board. That is what gained the Bronco a somewhat controversial reputation. While the 2024 Bronco has long forgotten its predecessor's notorious fame, it does not match up to the legend the Wrangler is. And as far as the status goes, the Wrangler is a clear winner. Number 6. The power plants. From a turbocharged inline-4 to a V6 and even a fire-breathing V8, engine-wise, the Wrangler offers options that will satisfy even the most hardcore off-road enthusiasts. Everyday drivers should not feel left out, because in 2024, the Wrangler will offer an eco-friendly option called XE4. Combining the aforementioned turbocharged inline-4 with an electric motor and decent-sized battery, the unit is capable of producing a whopping 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, and that makes it second only to the Wrangler Rubicon 392 V8. The Bronco enters the battle equally well-armed. The arsenal of this mighty SUV consists of an EcoBoost 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine, or 2 variations of a EcoBoost twin turbocharged V6 with 2.7 and 3.0-liter displacement, and generating 330 and 400 horsepower accordingly. And while at first glance it looks like, engine-wise, these two competitors are pretty evenly matched, the Bronco has a huge downside compared to the Wrangler, mainly the lack of a hybrid option. In this day and age where ecology is considered as one of the most important things for potential new car buyers, even the big-tire off-road tanks must comply with the zeitgeist. Although the electrification race did not reach the 4x4 segment to such an extent as other motoring branches. Jeep's willingness to offer a more eco-friendly choice to their customers shows that this manufacturer is on the forefront of technology. Number 5. The utility, interior, and cargo. When in 2021, Ford brought the Bronco badge back to the market, the Jeep marketing team instantly knew that the competition would be brutal. Functionality-wise, both of today's contenders are pretty evenly matched. Both have the ability to remove most of their body panels, to let you soak in the adventure spirit even more unrestricted. Soaking in some occasional trail dust might be an undesirable side effect of said functionality. Both contenders have interiors specifically designed with easy cleaning and durability in mind. And while for the 2024 model year the Wrangler brings a heavily upgraded interior, the Bronco just feels better designed and thought out than the Jeep. For example, the door mirrors on the Bronco are bolted to the fenders compared to the Wrangler's mirrors that are attached to the doors. So with the doors off, you still have mirrors on the Bronco. A pretty useful feature to have on a vehicle if you ask us. Bronco's interior is just that bit more eye-pleasing, despite the use of low-quality plastics in certain areas. The seats are more comfortable and the visibility outside is a lot better. As an added bonus, you even get a special rack on the dashboard designed to fit smartphones and GoPros. Perhaps not the most useful feature for everybody, but nonetheless a nice touch. that will certainly please some younger drivers of the Ford Bronco. Ability to accommodate passengers is also in the Bronco due to slightly larger interior space and more comfortable seating. Talking about cargo carrying capabilities, both contenders yet again are pretty evenly matched with a slight 5 cubic feet advantage going to the Ford. All things considered, the overall win goes to the Ford Bronco. It has a roomier and more comfortable interior, better outside visibility, larger cargo space, better utility, and better designed features. Number 4. The tech. Despite talking of two military-grade extreme off-road machines, we must mention the latest tech. Toys these two SUVs have to offer. These days, a TV-sized screen is a must in every new vehicle. If you don't offer one, you're last week's news. Ford's most recent Sync 4 software within the Bronco's dashboard features a 12-inch touchscreen. This system enables wireless cloud and smartphone connectivity, alongside over-the-air updates. Additionally, it offers infotainment capabilities like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus a subscription-based Wi-Fi hotspot. If desired, users can enhance the unit with options like integrated navigation and an upgraded B&O stereo system. Jeep Wrangler, in the not-so-distant past, had to make do with screens as small as 5 inches, which even a mediocre smartphone would put to shame. For the 2024 model year, the designers decided that bigger is better and squeezed an extra 0.3 of an inch on the Bronco, totaling a 12.3-inch display. The feature also includes wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and even a noise cancellation software that helps you make your phone calls while on the road. Despite the 0.3-inch size difference, we can conclude that both SUVs are evenly matched in the technology department, and therefore, this battle is a tie. Number 3. The off-road toys. There's no denying that these two contenders are a special breed of SUVs, not meant to live their lives serving as school buses or grocery trucks. These are hardcore off-road adventurers by design. No secret that not all adventures go according to plan, and in the wilderness, events may take an unexpected route. So for those occasions, both the Wrangler and the Bronco offer optional winches to help you out when you inevitably will end up in a sticky situation. Provided by leading off-road equipment manufacturer Warn, the Wrangler offers an 8,000-pound option. That was quite a big talking point in Jeep's press release for the restyled 2024 model. However, they conveniently forgot to mention that the Ford Bronco offers a 10,000-pound winch of the same manufacturer. Number 2. On- and off-road performance. Both of these SUVs are near unbeatable in the environment they are intended to operate. In fact, they are so good that both are considered to be among the greatest 4x4s ever manufactured. And they achieve that greatness by going two slightly different routes. Jeep Wrangler is a true old-school 4x4 featuring straight axles front and back. By the traditional option, a straight axle setup is advantageous in off-road scenarios due to increased wheel articulation. However, the main deficiency of such a setup is a lack of comfort and on-road handling characteristics. And this is true talking about the Wrangler, as it is not known as the best handling SUV of its kind. In fact, quite the opposite is true. Ford's engineers use a slightly different approach while designing their 4x4 market-conquering SUV. They provide the Bronco with an independent front axle setup. Regarded as being less capable in an extreme off-road environment, recent improvements in technology begs to differ. Recently, even some high-end off-road racing teams in Warriors categories started to migrate towards independent suspension setups, as they provide one crucial advantage: massively improved handling characteristics. And the Bronco is benefiting from this technology, as it not only has superior handling, but is much more comfortable than the Jeep. Number 1. Homegrown or overseas owned. So far, we had a pretty much even battle, and decided that both contenders are extremely capable and evenly matched SUVs. So how to decide which one is right for you? Well, here's one thing to consider. The Ford Bronco is manufactured by Ford Motors. Not only that, this is one of the biggest manufacturers in the world, but still proudly owned by the Ford family. So technically, despite being a huge global vehicle manufacturer, it's still a family company with ties to the founder. Jeep is also an American company. However, not many people know that Jeep nowadays is owned by a huge global conglomerate named Stellantis. This company also owns such brands as Fiat, Peugeot, and Alfa Romeo, and by itself is owned mainly by Italian, French, and Dutch shareholders. Recent Jeeps also use a lot of overseas technologies. Let's just say that those technologies aren't praised as being the most reliable in the industry. So, are you buying homegrown or overseas owned is for you to decide.